Hey, happy Thursday, guys. So, welcome to my channel. I'm Rosalind Castleberry. I've been trying to start a YouTube channel for about 2 years now. So, the last year and a half, I've been kind of in nurse mode. COVID has had me in nurse mode past year and a half. So, I've been kind of up and over with little videos here and there. Changed the name several times. But starting today, I'm going to do a video a day. I promise. So this channel is called Divine Love, Light, and Purpose. And about 2 years ago, I was starting into a transition because I knew it was time to make some changes in my life, my family's life, and was wondering why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why are my children being attacked? Why is the same thing keep happening over and over again for like the past 40 years? The same generational curse, the same generational traumas. And, we all growing up, you know, subconsciously, actually, a lot of people don't know about, subconscious. But in our subconscious is where we keep all the past pains, past traumas, offenses, what everybody has said to us in the past from toddler on up or have done to us in the past. And it affects the way we live. It affects our decisions. It affects, the choices we make as far as where we're going to live or who we're going to date or who we're going to marry, you know. So once I made the decision that I wanted to change how I thought about myself and the situations that I was dealing with, once I learned that my thoughts create my reality, and it's about our perception and how we think about things. We can change our environment by the way how we think about things, positive or negative. So I like to do a lot of reading and research. I've always been like that. So I came across, I think I was listening to a podcast or something. So I've done a lot of master classes, a lot of webinars on, spiritual growth and just a lot of different things. And I'm learning a lot of different things from different religions, different ancient teachings, and because it all comes from the same source. Every religion comes from the same source. And there's a truth in every, some truth in every religion. It has a lot of history. So once I decided to make that choice, okay, God, I want to do things your way. I want to find out who I am and live my life purpose and do what you have called me to do. Which that started with me finding out who I was, of course. So I have been listening to a podcast, and I keep hearing the word paradigm shift, and they was talking about paradigm shifts and consciousness and awareness and spiritual growth and stuff like that. So okay, so let me see. So I started researching about paradigm shifts, which is basically about how we, change our thinking, change our thoughts, change our life, and just shift into another consciousness. So I started digging deeper into that. And then one of the biggest questions about myself that I had was, why am I have a big heart. I'm very loving, giving. I give my last dollar. You know what I'm saying? My biggest question was, why am I so sensitive? Like I can walk in a room, and if there's a lot of negative energy in the room, I can feel it. And sometimes, which at that point, I didn't know how to separate my energy from someone else's energy. So it's very sensitive. I'm like, why am I so sensitive? I can feel other people's emotions and other people's energy. And so I started looking into that. And then I realized, the more studying I did, I realized that I'm empath. So then I had to dig a little deeper and figure out, okay, what type of empath am I, and what does this mean, and how do I learn how to stay in the moment, number one, stay in the moment, and become more aware that, okay, that's someone else's energy, that's not my energy. That's someone else's emotions. Those are not my emotions. And then it changed how I communicate with people. Or try to pick up on, okay, maybe they need some help, or maybe need a word, And I've been through a lot of things, experienced a lot of things. I grew up with three brothers and raised three sons, so I've seen a lot of stuff. And as a nurse. So once I learned that, I already knew my personality type, INFJ, which most INFJs are empathetic. So I'm just like putting two and two together, and then three and four, and adding on. So the more I learned about myself and why I do things and how I do things and why, because there's balance in everything. You got to learn balance. Even if you're an empath, you got to learn balance. And then being an empath, we also know that empaths attract narcissistic people. So that's another thing that I had to learn, to balance that and notice when someone with that personality type, is approaching me. So that's a whole nother podcast. But just once I made the decision that, okay, God, I want to change how I think, I want to live my life purpose and do things how you want me to do them. Whatever you want me to do, that's what I want to do. And once you decide that you want to do what God has predestined for you to do, He will start opening up doors and bring people to you that is gonna help you along your path, your divine path. So I read a lot of books, and one of the books that I've been reading over the past 7 years, I've been reading this book at least once a year, maybe sometimes twice a year. Because repetition is key. That's how we learn new thoughts. That's how we learn new ways of thinking, how to do things, and changes our choices we make. So it's The Laws of Thinking by Bishop E. Bernard Jordan. So this is a really good book, y'all. I got this from Amazon. And it just tells us, about the law of thinking. We think the thought, uh, write the thought, which gives it power, and then we act on it. But this is a really good book. It's deep, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about this later in another YouTube video because this is really, really deep, and it talks about the law of the word. Guys, we all have the Holy Spirit in us. We just have to tap into it, and it will lead us to our divine purpose, which is the reason for this channel. I'm also an author. I've written a book, How to Love Unconditionally, and then a novel, Unconditional Love. So which basically talks about a lot of this stuff. So in my journey, which I'm going to talk a lot about my journey, because it's going to, I've had a lot of conversations with different people, and some people just need that nudge or that word, one word just that will trigger them into changing their life. Change your life, change your thoughts, change your life. Change your mind, change your home. So, yes. So this is a really good book. I read it. I've read it once. I read this year, and several other books. I've done a lot of master classes, a lot of webinars. I've taken a spiritual warrior class, which was really helpful. It just opened your eyes. Once you decide that you want to do things the way God has planned for you to do, clarity starts to come. It's going to be a little bit at a time. It's not going to all come at once because that's I'm telling you, be ready to quit. You got everything that you need to know in a lifetime in one day. We got to be patient. Patient is key. So just learning different things about myself and just know myself. I know even when I was a few years ago, I wanted to find out where my ancestors were from. Even just knowing that little bit of information, it just like opens you up. It's like a breath of fresh air. It just opens you up to want to know more and more. Because we got to know where we come from. And it just gives us like some clarity. So I did the 23andMe and found out, because I thought it was more on the Caucasian, Hawaiian side. So, but it's mostly Nigerian. And then it starts breaking it down. It's like the tribe and stuff like that. because you have a lot of tests you can do that break down your tribes and then the culture and then the language and foods and then the clothing, what means what, all type of stuff. It is really interesting. That's what we have to know, find out who African Americans. We have to find out who our ancestors were, find out some of their story, find out, our history, because we just really feel like something's missing. So that was one of the things I did before I even had decided, okay, I want to go into this shift of consciousness. So, and the main thing that I had to do was allow God to heal my heart. I'm a very forgiving person, but you can still carry the pain around in your subconscious. And then don't understand that's why we make some of the decisions we make or deal with some of the people that we deal with that we shouldn't even have to, we should say no to. So I had to release those things that had been said to me by people that's supposed to love me, care for me, who in their own right, which I'll get into that a little later because I'm also a mental health advocate. And a lot of people that know me know that my mother, was diagnosed with mental health disorders many years ago. So you can just imagine what me and my brothers went through growing up and the emotional mental abuse. Because when someone gets into psychosis, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're saying. And then a lot of times they don't even remember. So it wasn't her fault. It's not her fault. So I'm a forgiving person anyway, so I never hold on to grudges. Because if I had held on to grudges for what people have done and said to me, I would probably be dead because it's a lie. We can't hold on to that. Forgiveness is for us, for our well-being and our health, because it'll kill you. But I subconsciously still have those words in my head, that something's wrong with you, you're crazy, I don't know why you're born, stuff like that. And that really affects you as a person day to day. So I had to do a lot of cleansing. I started meditating 2020. I had to change my location, guys. I moved 3,000 miles away because of what God told me to do. It was a hard decision. It wasn't easy because I had just had surgery, major surgery. And I was like, quit my full-time permanent position. I said, okay, I'm just going to start travel nursing. So I took this step. And once you take one step, God will light up that pathway for you to take the next step. So I just took a step after step. So I started meditating. I even started working out because I had never worked out before. So I started working out, I started meditating, I started making sure I was drinking my 10 glasses of water a day. Also, I changed my diet. And I started intermittent fasting in the mornings. But like now I don't eat till 12. So I drink my water, I drink tea. I may do a smoothie, but as far as solid food, I won't eat any solid foods. Especially if I'm working, I have to have something. Because, blood sugar drop if I'm moving around a lot. And can't do that. Being a nurse, I got to be aware and awake and stable. So, yeah, I've changed a lot of things because, that's part of a paradigm shift in your awakening your consciousness and awareness. And it's just part of it. So I feel better. Lost weight, a lot of inches. So it just feels good to work out. But this is all a part of the journey of change, paradigm shift. Um, it's been interesting. It's been interesting. I've learned a lot. So yes, this channel I will be making a video, one video a day. Um, I'm having to make the time to do this because I was having a hard time with balancing everything I'm doing because I'm doing a lot of different things. Nursing is what I do. It's not who I am. I also like to write, like to read, like to walk, and that's a calling. It's not my purpose. A lot of people are doing things and they're not happy with what they're doing every day, They don't have a passion or a purpose for it. It's just a paycheck. And that's one thing I'm like, because I'm even getting ready to transition out of nursing and more into acting and writing, you know, having more book events, because I hadn't even had one book event. I had 2 books that I published. Um, and I could blame COVID for that, but still, um, I have to balance my time and what's important to me, what I'm supposed to be doing, and what is purpose driven and not just something I just got to do. So I have to make that decision. So, welcome to my channel, guys. Divine Love, Light, and Purpose. I am Rosalind Castleberry. Please like and share this video. I will be seeing you guys again soon with another video. Thank you. This was just an introduction. Thank you.